Hello makers, and welcome to Share Stitchery. I'm Catherine Harris, and if you're new here, I do sewing and DIY tutorials each week, so smash that subscribe button down below so you can watch more. This week, I wanted to share with you a new pattern that I have just tried. It's one of Rebecca Page's newest patterns that she's released for summer, and it's the back tie dress. It's a cute little sundress with some nice straps, and one thing that I absolutely love about it is I can just pop it on over my head. There are no zips and there are no buttons. And you know what that means? It is a breeze to sew. So let's get to that tutorial.
Bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum ba-dum bum.
The stay stitching. So to start, we're going to stay stitch the tops of all of the bottom skirt pieces, and you're just going to stay stitch that from the center out to the sides. If you have a knit garment, you don't need to do this step, but for any wovens, you need to do it. Now on to the bodice. So for the bodice, we're going to start by making the bodice darts here, and I'm just tracing that from the pattern and then using my drafting ruler to draw that in place. And I've cut out the notches in there with the pattern marker so that I can just flip it around and transfer those markings nice and quickly. Then I'm going to pin them as I usually do so that they match, and then we are going to head over to the sewing machine and we're going to stitch those darts. So I backstitch at the bottom, but as I go up to the top, I am actually going to not cut my threads. I'm going to leave a long thread tail, and then I'm going to tie it off 2 or 3 times to knot it. This will create a much more flat dart, and it'll lay a lot nicer. And then we are going to press them, and you're going to press them in opposite directions for the main bodice and for the lining. I'm using the same fabric for both, but that way you can spread out that bulk. Now onto the straps, you're just going to iron that in half all the way along for both of the straps. So I've got that here, and then you're going to stitch all the way down, and then I'm going to take a safety pin and I am going to push it through. Now that being said, in the instructions it said to stitch down the end. It is incredibly difficult to turn a tube this small when you stitch down the end, so I find leaving both ends open a lot easier. And then going in, after you press that flat, you're going to push the corners in on one of the ends, and then you're going to press that flat and just stitch across there. And that's what will give you that finished edge. It might not look necessarily as nice. If you want it to look a little bit nicer, you can hand stitch that with a blind hem stitch, and then you won't even see it. So next, we're going to attach our straps to our back tie strap dress. We're going to attach them at the top of the bodice, just at the points there. And you want to make sure that you're lying them right sides together, and then you're just going to baste them in place. And then from there, we are going to sandwich that in between the lining and the main dress bodice. And I'm just pinning at the top of the corners, and then now I'm going to pin the center, and then just working along, going through the ends, because we are going to stitch this all together to create the top bodice. And I like to put my pins in horizontally, that way you can stitch over them if you need to. So once you've got all your pins in, you are going to stitch starting at the bottom, going all the way around and going through around that dip. So we're at the sewing machine, and we just want to follow our presser foot for the seam allowance and just stitch that all the way through, making sure to pivot and get the nice curves in there. And then this will create a very nice bodice section for you. And if you're doing it on knits, you can do this on the serger, and it will be a dream to stitch up. So now that we've got that all stitched up, we are going to clip the edges and notch this center point just to remove some bulk. And so I'm just clipping around any of the curves so that my seams will turn and press quite nicely. Now, one thing to remember is you also want to clip the corners. So I flipped it out before I clipped the corners. And then as I was turning them out, I realized there's a lot of bulk here. Whoops, I forgot to clip the corners. So make sure you clip the corners anytime that you're turning something right side out, and you want to have a nice crisp corner along there. And so I'm just flipping this right side out, and then I'm going to give it a nice good press with the iron. So over to the ironing station we go. And I'm just making sure that I'm rolling the seams so that they roll towards the lining side. Now this would be more important, especially if you had a different contrasting color as your lining. As my fabric is the same, you're not really going to see it as much, but just making sure that you've got that in place. You can also do some understitching if you wanted to help hold that in place and make it look a little bit more crisp. And so I want to get nice crisp corners, because when we flip this to the wrong side, so this is the lining side up, we are going to fold over a channel, and this will be the channel in which our straps will go over. So you want to make sure that they are wide enough, including the stitching, that the straps will flow nicely in there. Now we're on to the skirts. So we are going to create a channel for the elastic on the back skirt piece. So I'm just folding it over, following along the stay stitching line, and then I'm going to take that and I'm going to fold it over just a little bit larger than that fold line, so that I've got enough room for my elastic and my safety pin to travel through nicely. And so just fold that over, and it presses quite nicely, no puckering, as long as you're not folding over too much. If it's starting to pucker, you know that you folded it over just a little too much. And so I use some nice steam on my linen to get it nice and crisp. And then I'm going to stitch that. Next, you're going to cut your elastic, and in the instruction manual, it tells you exactly how much elastic that you're going to want to cut. For mine, it was, I think, 7.5 or 8 inches. And then I'm going to feed it through, and I'm only going to feed it through until right before the end. So it doesn't actually go through, because I want to stitch that in place before I go any further. So I've stitched that in place. Then I'm going to take my safety pin and I'm going to pull it all the way through to the end. And so I'm just pulling it out. And once I've got that end out, I am going to stitch along here to secure it. And so once that is done, I can take my safety pin out, and we have a nice back piece all ready. Now for the hack. I am going to add pockets, because what is a dress without pockets? So I've cut out 2 of my favorite pocket pieces that I've self-drafted, and I'll leave a link in the description down below to where you can download your own pocket piece. And I'm just pinning that in place a couple of inches below the skirt on the front skirt panel. So you want to make sure the pockets are facing downward, and then we're just going to stitch them along the side seam here. And I'm just making sure that I'm attaching them at exactly the same spot. And we're going to do that with the side pieces as well. And so you're going to have one side piece with one pocket, and then the other side piece will have the other pocket. Now, this does have sides, so it's not exactly the same in the front and the back. So make sure that you're matching up the side that joins to the center front piece and not the center back piece. So just make sure that you've got your pattern markings on those pieces, because that's important as well. So once we've got that all stitched in place, I've top stitched along that to hold the seams down, and then we're going to stitch all the way around the pocket and the skirt. And after I stitched, I also went ahead and serged it, because that's how I'm going to finish my seams. In the instruction booklet, it tells you to do French seams, which is absolutely lovely on some soft and drapey fabric such as a viscose rayon, but in my heavier weight linen, I think that that would be a little too bulky for the seams, so I opted to do some serging. And next, we are going to add the back panel to the skirt. And so you're just going to pin all the way down. It's a nice straight seam, nice and easy for you. And then we're going to take that over and we're going to stitch it and serge the edges to finish it. Or you can do the French seams if that's what you're doing. Now we're going to attach the bodice to the skirt. So you notice that in the back, we've got an area that is finished on the center back. That's going to be the little keyhole area. So we're going to match the front of the bodice with right sides together to the front of the skirt. And you're just matching the princess seams on both the bodice and the skirt. And then you're going to pin the side seam. And then when you get to the back, you'll have that opening right where the area of the finished area is. So everything's all nicely turned. And I decided to serge this one again, as opposed to folding it over, just because I wanted to reduce some of that bulk. Now you see I am attaching the straps in here straight down. What I found provided me a better fit, and what I did afterwards is I actually crisscrossed the straps. So the left went through the right, and then I fed the right one through the left bottom channel. And then that provided a better fit in the bodice. Then we're just going to hem the bottom of the skirt here to finish it all off. And we are all done our cute dress. And now that we're done our cute strappy sundress, you can take it on out to your next beach getaway. Now, as I had mentioned in the tutorial, I did make a couple of changes. The first change was I added pockets into it, because what is a dress without pockets? Now it's a little odd because the style lines are the princess seams, so my pockets are a little bit more forward than I would have liked, but I didn't want to stray from the integrity of the style lines of the pattern by creating a side seam. So I decided to insert the pockets into that front princess seam, and I think it worked out quite well. Another adjustment I had to make was I had to make some darts in the bust line, just because it was a bit too big for me right there. Other than that, it fits absolutely perfectly. It's nice and airy in the waist here, so I can do it up with a nice little belt and it cinches it in, but it's not too tight that you feel so restricted in the hot summer heat. So if you give this one a try, don't forget to tag me. And if you have any requests or items that you'd like me to sew this summer, please let me know in the comments down below. Until next time, makers, let's get our Sew-Spiration on.